I want asylum. I don't want this country again. UN, I want asylum.
Anyone that tells you that protest is a bad thing does not love you. Anyone that tells you not to protest for your country does not love this country. They are enemies. That person is not loyal to Nigeria. That person is loyal to his principal that is ruling the country. Boy, by what happened in Kenya, maybe they've seen what happened in Kenya. They've seen the effect of protests in Kenya. Kenyans went to the streets to protest against a finance bill, and their president withdrew the bill. They equally protested that he should resign for not heeding to their request on time. The president begged them and asked them, what do they want? Kenyans said, okay, we want you to sack your cabinet members because they are incompetent. The president went ahead to sack all his cabinet members. He didn't stop there. He went ahead to close the office of the first lady, close the office of the wife of the vice president as well. All the politicians in Kenya, they came out one after the other and they were apologizing to Kenyans for whatever they've done in the past. That is the power of protest. Kenyans did it even in the midst of intimidation. Of course, some persons were killed by the government, but they resisted the intimidation from the government and they went on protesting. This singular act from the Kenyans has gone through all Africa. It has shaken the foundation of Africa, and Nigerians are taking a leaf from it. They are seeking to replicate what happened in Kenya in Nigeria. That's the reason why they are planning a protest, and the protest has been tagged End Bad Government Protest. The protest is scheduled to start on the 1st of August and continue to wherever they achieve their required result. Now the government was rattled with this protest and they sent their political tools to go and tell the people not to protest. And one of such political tools we're talking about are the imams in the north. One of the imams in the north, in Kano State precisely, told the people not to protest against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He told them that protest is haram. But surprisingly, the people resisted him and they rose up in unity and told their imams that they are going to protest. Now, this is a very shocking event. This is the first time you will see Northerners revolt against their imams. Northerners are normally loyal to their imams. In a bid to equally quench the hunger of protest in the north, one of the imams equally told the Northerners that they should not protest, that this protest is being organized by the Igbos. He called them Inyamere people. That is what they are looking forward to overthrow the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because they did not win the presidency through Peter Obi. They want to overthrow Bola Ahmed Tinubu government so they can take over power. All these manipulative words from these imams have fallen on the deaf ears of the Northerners as they are insisting that they will protest because they are currently suffering the brunt of Bola Ahmed Tinubu bad administration. Now I need to tell you that the wave of this protest is not only being felt in the north, it's being felt in other part of the country. It has moved from the north and it's being felt in other part of the country. I was shocked to hear someone saying it in a bus down south here. So people are eagerly waiting to protest on the 1st of August. It has become a national day of protest. Of course, this has sent the presidency and the politicians in this country rattled. They are scared. They know the effect of an effective protest. They've seen what happened in Kenya and they don't want that to happen in Nigeria. Because if it happened in Nigeria, it's going to be brutal on the side because these people, they've done so much damage in this country and on the people. Since their propaganda is not working, they've resorted to using another way to quench the protest. The presidency said they've sent 20 trucks of rice to each state. These people know that there's hunger in the land. That's the reason why they sent rice to the state. A hungry man is an angry man. They want the people to eat and forget about other things that bad government have caused in this country. What will a bag of rice do? How will a bag of rice solve the issue of hunger in this country? Will this bag of rice solve the inflation? Will this bag of rice solve the interest rate? Will this bag of rice solve the insecurity, the unemployment, the out-of-school children? Will this bag of rice solve the corruption that we are experiencing in government? Because these people are not interested in solving the issues that led to this protest, they want to use another means to capture the people. They want to use a bet on the people, giving them rice to quench their hunger. And again, the National Assembly has announced a 50% reduction, slashing of their salary for 6 months. If they were earning a salary of 100,000 naira, for instance, they said that they want to be earning 50,000 naira. Oh, maybe they want to be earning minimum wage, but no, they are not earning 100,000 naira per month. These guys earn close to 1 million per month. Now they want to be earning 500,000 naira per month. But there's a catch. I hope you are not excited about this reduction, because the problem is not in the salary. The president can announce a reduction of his salary. That is not the problem. The problem is in the allowances. What is copying majority of our budget is the allowances of these politicians. These guys' allowances is close to 20 million naira every month. That is what these guys take home on a monthly basis. Imagine how much that would be when you add every member of the National Assembly. That is the problem. Therefore, reducing their salary is not going to have any effect on the resources of the country as long as their allowances stay. If they really want to make sacrifices for this country, if they really want to make sacrifices for Nigerians in the midst of this hardship, then they need to make a way of their allowances. What are they doing with withdrawal allowances? What are they doing with newspaper allowances? What are they doing with sitting allowances? These guys are criminals. Of course, I did not say that. Aline Dume, who is a member of the National Assembly and even a chief whip of the APC, said it. He said these guys are kleptocrats. He called them thieves, and that is who they are. And I stand with Aline Dume because over time we have seen how these guys, they are stealing the resources of this country dry. Now the reason why they are doing all these things is because Nigerians are planning to protest. They are scared of a protest. That is what a protest can do for you. Nigerians, you guys have the power in your hand. First of all, you have the power to elect your leaders. During the election, you all go out to vote for who you want to represent you on the floor of the National Assembly. Then you elect your governors, you elect your president. Now, it is your duty to hold these people accountable. If they are not performing well, you vote them out. It is surprising to see that some of the members of the National Assembly, they've been there for 16 years, for 12 years, for 20 years. Someone like Philip Adudu was on the floor of the National Assembly for 20 years. Someone like Ahmed Lawan has been there for 20 years. Ike Ekweremadu has been here till God knows how long, until he was arrested by the UK government. Many of them has been there for long. And when you go to their constituency, they've done absolutely nothing. They just go to the National Assembly, live in Abuja, buy houses for themselves, and flex their life without giving back to the people, because you don't hold them accountable. And every 4 years, you keep voting these people back to power. You don't even hold them accountable. That is why some of them have turned themselves to be demigod. That is why some of them are no longer loyal to you. They're no longer subjected to you. These people were meant to be subject to you. They were meant to respect you. Another way of holding them accountable is to place a demand on them while they're in power. If they refuse to do what you ask for them, you protest. Protest is a civic responsibility. It is a fundamental right of every citizen to protest where they are wrong, where they don't feel comfortable about their government. It is done all over the world, and protest has proven to be a very effective tool to bring the government to their knees. Protest has been a very effective tool to control the government. Just like you saw in Kenya, that the Kenyans brought their government, their president, on his knees and he was begging. That is the same way you can bring your president on his knees to beg. You gave him that power. You made him to become the president today. Without you Nigerians, there will be no President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But however, don't be swayed or carried away by what they are doing currently now. They know what they are doing. They are just trying to make you calm down. They know what they are doing. These people are not ready to fix the country. For instance, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has just announced 70,000 naira minimum wage for Nigerian workers, and people seem to be applauding him. No, you should not be applauding him. This minimum wage has just been announced by Bola Ahmed Tinubu should even make you more angry, because what is 70,000 naira in a 40% inflation rate? What is 70,000 naira that cannot even buy a bag of rice? More Nigerians should be angry and they should join this protest. If they are scared that you want to protest, imagine what will happen if you protest. This is the only chance that Nigerians have to turn the tide against the government, to reverse all the negative indices, all the bad policies that the government has inflicted on them. Enough is enough. It's time for you to go out there and demonstrate your civic responsibility. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.